this is SpaceWaste. Paul's going to be on this side, and then that's on the other side. See how it goes.
Pretty straightforward. Launch satellite to the enemy planet, collect debris and maximize the damage, and tap mines to detonate everything from the wall. Epic story.
Help me out here.
Man.
Are you going to read it to us?
It's about time. Appropriately last name.
It is time to get wasted. Oh, snap.
Oh, the double shot.
Oh, you're losing. Careful! Careful!
Whipping fastballs. So that's the game. So obviously, I mean, there's a whole different kinds of strategies that you can employ. We had, I saw Matt using one, just kind of block, using it as like a pattern, whereas he Paul was just kind of throwing them and watching them at it. So I mean, there's all different kinds of things. There's different masses, different damages that the objects do. And there's randomness too. Like you can see it, but we do have the Death Star in here. Kind of cool. We have the asteroids and the UFO, which I say things about. Amongst other things.
What are some of the special powers besides the mine?
The mines are the basic mechanic, but also the toxic waste barrels do a lot more damage than all the other little trash.
Only when they hit the planet.
Only when they hit the planet, right?
But you make the mines just explode too.
Right. So we have two different kinds of mines, and those are the explosion mines, which obviously push everything away, and the implosion mines, which bring everything together. So and they also affect the satellites. So if you wanted to, like, it's a little hard, I guess, with the technology to touch it easily. Sometimes it's very hard, but you can use that to deflect satellites or to move them in a direction that, if it's coming towards your planet, you have a mine right there, you can just hit it and then it'll knock it out of the way.
Okay. But if you attach a mine, either one, to a satellite and deploy it on the planet, it causes more damage?
No, that's the standard. It's a little bit higher than the regular trash, but it's about the standard amount. So one of the mines to not be super, super powerful, but to be there is more of a strategic thing for you to use during the game.
Always what ends up happening is someone that's watching comes up and just starts clicking all the mines on the screen.
Actually, I think that's a bonus. I mean, when you came in to grief them, it kind of added a touch of spice and a surprise to it. I think that actually ended up being a positive force for the players in the game, even though the players might be annoyed by it. It actually makes it more fun for you unwittingly. I think that's great, actually. In fact, I think that's a great mechanic to have in a game like this. When you have two people playing it in some airports and it goes long. It's great, God bless it.
Even when we had it up here, it would be like it was made for two people, but then another pair would come up, and then you'd have 2 versus 2 suddenly, or you'd have 2 versus 1. Or something like
this
that.
scales so well. I mean, you could easily see different pairings of this game, and even imagine a version where if one side was left untended too long, it could become an AI and just kind of randomly shoot satellites, and then you can have a single player version, but it scales very well. My only 2 main points of criticism, because I think this is fantastic, would be one, I think you could probably get away with maybe pop 6 billion, population 6 billion, and see it go, 5.5, 6.5, versus the colors, because some people, they don't know when they're going to die. It's like, how bright is too bright? You don't have that drama of like, oh no, I'm going to die. But if you see like 3.53, 2.52, so yes, it's morbid.
Why are you saying that to Laura?
She's the one that said, oh no. And so maybe you don't have to make it population count. You could say, the density of the planet or what have you, but something that's counting down. And so this is me dying. And once you do that, it also can help you open up the doors to say, can you build your planet back up? If I steal some trash that's helpful into my planet, or my opponent unwittingly throws something at me that catches a force that hits my planet that builds my population or my mass, great, because then you create situations where maybe you can defend yourself. But that's my other criticism, which is that be careful of the stalemate. It did reach a point there where it was kind of like, all right, what's going to happen next? And those are the kind of situations where either you imbalance the game such that it's easier to attack than to defend innately, or you create a mechanic somewhere along the way after a minute or two that makes it easier to attack now than to defend. Or you throw in random surprises which escalate that factor, making it harder to defend, easier to attack, etc., or just more debris or less debris, whatever it takes to kind of push to a solution. Because I think this experience doesn't want to go on infinitely. I think the experience wants to kind of, it's got some sweet spot of a range of time, and you want to facilitate that range happening.
The mines help a lot with that because they send little pieces of trash flying into the planets all the time, and you're taking little bits of damage from those.
Yeah, so maybe your spawner just adds another mine every 30 seconds, so just adding more mines into the playfield. So somebody's going to win eventually with that escalating. That's one of 10 solutions to that problem. But, those two criticisms I'd say are small because this is clearly very fun, very playful. I like your little story of the planets becoming so, overcome with their own waste that they ended up just going to war with their waste. That's all they had left and destroying each other. That's really a fun, interesting idea. So, give me a hand.